Hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Right? It is Wednesday. I am just checking. Um, Hold on. I'm not finding this, so I don't know if anybody is seeing me. Oh, interesting. If I can't find me on Facebook, this is a problem. So, how is everybody feeling? Oh, Denise is seeing me, so I'm glad you have found me. I saw your comment, so that's helpful. How's everybody feeling today? I see you too, Lori. Thank you. If you are live here, please say hello in the comments so that we can have conversations. And if you're catching this on replay, say hashtag replay. I know the energy is a little raw and a little heavy today. And many of us, hello Terry Miller, and many of us are experiencing it in that way. I will say before I get in today's content that this morning I had my good cry. But I worked through it. Hello, Rochelle. But I worked through it. And I came to the other side of it today feeling a little more peaceful. And I think that that fits with what we are talking about today in this live video, in this Facebook Live. I think because today we are talking about connecting with our higher self and living authentically, right? Hello, Maria. And, our higher self is the most loving, the most wise, and the most authentic version of you. It's true. It's the part of you that knows your deepest truths, knows your purpose, and your purest desires. That is who your highest you is. And when we are able to connect with our highest self, it helps us to make choices rooted in self-love. It helps us to see ourselves more compassionately. And when we can do those two things, when we can make choices rooted in self-love and see ourselves more compassionately, we can then navigate life's challenges with grace. And that, my beautiful friends, is such an amazing gift. And I just want to know, in the past or more recently, whenever it was, have you felt that inner nudge or your intuition guiding you? Have you ever felt it? Just say yes if you have. We only need a yes at this point. Because I know I felt it this morning. For sure. I mean, I've felt it many other times in the past too. But definitely this morning. So let me know. Maria says yes. Terry says yes. And And the beautiful Rochelle, who was with me yesterday, says yes. Denise says yes. Wonderful. So you felt that. You felt the truest, wisest, most authentic part of you give you a little nudge. Right? And what a gift that is, right? So when we listen to those nudges, when we listen to the nudges, it means that we are living more authentically, right? Because it means that we are aligning our actions, our thoughts, and our choices with our higher self's wisdom. And when we live true to ourselves, we naturally radiate towards more self-love and acceptance, right? Because we're living in alignment. We're not reacting to the things that happen in hate. We're not reacting in hate. We're not reacting in scarcity. We're not reacting in fear. We're not reacting in the worst possible way. Because reaction is immediate, right? Reaction is impatient. It's indecisive. Instead, we're responding. We are taking the time to step away, to notice what we're feeling anywhere in our bodies, right? And we're feeling into that, and we're honoring it. I love that, Rochelle. Rochelle has a beautiful mystery school, and she was just talking about self-acceptance and self-love because she's the love priestess. And so when we respond, like I said, we take a breath. We feel into our bodies. We feel into our minds. We feel into our hearts. We honor what we're feeling. We take another breath. We listen to our higher self and that inner wisdom. And we think about our next words and our next actions. And we make sure that those are in alignment with our beliefs and our values. Right? That's what we do. And this morning, one of my first thoughts was get online and tell the world how angry I am with the results of what happened in the wee hours of the morning, when I was still awake, by the way. I only slept from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That was my first thought. I need to go on and I need to share my anger. But then I stopped. And I remembered who I am at the core. And I remember what I teach and what I talk about, right? And I thought to myself, I'm allowed to be angry. Sacred anger and sacred rage, when used properly, brings about change, but it does it through love and compassion. And I said, if I go on and I start reacting to my pain and my sorrow, I am giving into the response that people are expecting. And I chose to allow a higher vibration to rise up in me, so that when I started responding, it was saying, that yes, we are allowed to mourn. Yes, we are allowed to feel what we're feeling. But then we flip the page and we come at it a different way. And I think it's, and I think that that is important. You know, I can remember so many times in my life where I just reacted. And then how did I feel after I reacted? Well, initially I felt good because I got it off my chest, right? But Maria, it's okay. You know, it's in the past. You put it out there. You didn't realize it was going to turn into a crap show. You know, you were allowing yourself to show your vulnerability. And it's okay. It's done. It's in the past. But now as we move forward, we get to move forward differently. And part of that is coming together, right? Coming together. Right? When we come together and we channel that sacred anger and that sacred rage, and we remember what we're about authentically, it gives us more power for the love and the compassion and the acceptance and the decisions we have going forward, right? And I think that that's part of the lesson here. You know, that's part of the lesson. So what are some of the things that we can do to connect to our higher self, right? What can we do? One of the things is, and after I had my good cry and I could breathe again, because you know what happens when you cry ugly, right? It sometimes you can't breathe, and it's not your best look. But then you use mindful breathing, right? You use deep mindful breaths, and I've done that so many times today. I've taken the time to have the deep mindful breaths, and it helps me to connect. And it can help you to connect to your higher self. Just a few breaths. It doesn't have to be like 5 minutes of breathing. It can just be stopping, taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, allowing the tension to breathe, right? I always say that when I take people through breathing, when we're doing sound baths or whatever it is. I'm like, release the tension. But you can say, as you're inhaling, my intention is to connect with the higher me. My intention is to connect with my values and my beliefs. My intention is to be authentic, right? You can do that as you're breathing. And as we take the deep inhales and we hold them and we release the tension, right? Our nervous system starts to calm down, right? It starts to calm down because it's no longer in fight or flight. It's in, okay, I can breathe now. Rochelle said, and this is a reply to Maria. She said, I'm glad that you shared with those that you care about how we felt about the election. It's great that you got to share and be vulnerable. Now you know how to respond in a situation instead of reacting immediately. Exactly, because everything is a learning. Everything's a learning experience, right? I mean, how many times in this past week did I see posts that made me so angry? And a couple of times I stopped. A couple of times I stopped at the post and I just said how I felt. And what did it solve? Nothing. Because I just got fired back at. And I just got evil messages in my messenger from it. And it didn't solve a gosh darn thing. And I'm not happy that I did that. I'm not happy with myself that I did that. But I did it and it's gone. It's in the past, Sometimes it comes out because we're human. And that is another big lesson that we have to remember. We've talked about self-love. We have talked about self-compassion. Give it to ourselves when we are having a human moment. Right? Love yourself through the human moment. Forgive yourself for the human moment and move forward. And tell yourself, I'm going to try better next time. And you can do it. You're more powerful than you think you are. Right? Another thing we can do to connect with our higher self is saying things like, I am statements. I am connected to my inner wisdom. And saying it. Not just, I'm connected to my inner wisdom, right? No. Saying it mindfully, like stopping, taking that inhale. And as you exhale, I am connected to my higher wisdom. And let that be what you exhale out around you. Say it a few times and allow that exhalation to create this beautiful bubble of belief around you. Or saying something like, I live my truth every day. And Maria, I know you, because I know you in person. And you have a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul, and you have so much love inside of you. And that's what I know about you 99% of the time. So forgive yourself for that little 1% this morning. So, I am going to take you through a little meditation, because that's what I do. I take people through little meditations, right? And this first meditation that I'm going to take you through is going to help you to try to connect to your higher self. Let me move my microphone a little closer. So if you're in a safe space and you can close your eyes, I ask you to gently close those down. And with your breath, allow yourself to come into the present moment. Breathing deeply, oh my gosh, at your own pace. Maybe even putting a hand over your heart center to feel the inhalations and the exhalations. And as you're focusing on your breath, allow each inhale to fill you with light. Beautiful light. Bright, warming light. And as you exhale, release any tension. And then imagine a warm, loving light in your heart center. In that beautiful space where soul and spirit lives. And this loving light at your heart center represents your highest self. filling up your entire heart space. And then expanding upward through your throat chakra, your third eye and your crown. And then expanding downwards through your solar plexus, your sacral and your root chakra. And then imagine this beautiful, warm, loving light expanding out into your aura and your energetic field. And imagine, sense, and feel this beautiful light connecting to universal light. And allow this connection to symbolize the limitless wisdom and love that is available within you, within your highest self, and within the universe. And silently ask yourself, what does my higher self want me to know right now? Just that simple question. And then sit with whatever impressions, words, visions, or feelings that come up. And trust. Trust that whatever comes up is exactly what you need right now in this moment. Have your hand on your heart center, I invite you to do so right now. And I invite you to say to yourself, in the most loving and compassionate voice that you can find, I forgive myself for any moment I've forgotten my worth. I forgive myself for any moment I've forgotten my worth. And allow yourself to feel the beauty of that forgiveness fill you up. That is resonating in your heart, mind, and soul. I forgive myself for any moment or time that I have forgotten my true authentic worth. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And if you feel like it, please share. You can share your message that you received from your higher self, or you can share how you felt when you just took that moment of self-forgiveness. Let me know. And remember that connecting with your higher self is an ongoing journey, right? It's something that we practice every day. So every small daily action deepens our connection and it brings us closer. Oh, you are so welcome, Rochelle. I'm glad it was peaceful and relaxing for you. I just want to remind everybody to be gentle with yourself. We're on a journey, and it's a slow, beautiful journey that has twists and turns and sometimes little spirals and swirls, but it's okay. Everybody's looks different, and that's okay as well. I have my Rebecca Campbell, it's upside down, the Work Your Light deck, and I just wanted to draw a few cards to see what Spirit has to say. I love that, Terry. As weird as it sounded, all I saw was Chris Christopherson. So what is your connection to Chris Christopherson, Terry? Inquiring minds want to know. Are there words to a song that maybe you are being asked to remember? Denise keeps getting the word trust. I love that. Yeah, you know, Denise, oh, you've never been a fan of him. That's interesting, Terry. Well, there's a reason why that came up. You know, Denise, last night when I was watching election results, even though I was trying not to, I just kept getting the same word, trust. And I think that it is a very powerful word. So let's see what Spirit has to say about working our light. Oh, Aphrodite is still chatting in your ear, is she, Rochelle? Well, we know that she is about eternal love, right? Eternal love. So the first card that came up, and I love this. I mean, I love the whole symbolism of this card. And it's about protection, right? It's about protection. It's about cutting the cords, sending back the energy that is not ours, that belongs to the world, and calling back our own energy. Oh, Rochelle, I can't wait to hear your changes. We will be having a chat about that. But look at these women. Look at the arms of the women in here. They're crossed like this, right? It's blocking. that which does not serve their greatest and highest good, right? It's blocking it. Saying, no, you do not have a home here. And I will not allow you to taint my beautiful energy. And always remember, always call your energy back to you. Whether it's after a phone call, whether it's after running to the grocery store, to Walmart, to Target, wherever it is you go, right? To work. Always call your energy back to you, especially before you go to sleep at night. Call your energy back. But also send back anything that you may have inadvertently picked up. Protect yourself. It is a time to remember to protect ourselves and to also help others remember to protect themselves. Right? Second card. Take a break. Right? Take a break. Don't become or allow yourself to get dragged into and dragged down and bogged down by the minutia of negativity that's being spewed. Take a break. Turn off the TV. Turn off your phone. Step away. Right? Protect yourself. Step away. You know, this woman, there's a small figure of a woman down here, and she is taking a break. She is going down to the waters to rejuvenate herself, right? Some of the ladies who are a part of this live will have that opportunity to take a break this weekend and rejuvenate. Rochelle said she loves meditating and imagining placing herself in a bubble that only allows love and light in. And I think that that is such a beautiful thing. We need to do that. And our third card, it's the Priestess card, and it is a card of action. How are you? How are we as a collective, as a sisterhood, as a community being called to step up and lead, right? How are we in everything that we do, right? Doesn't matter what you do in your life. When you connect with your true authentic self, with your higher self, and you call that forth from you, you are putting that out into the world, and it is leadership because you are calling people to follow your lead. So lead the way you know you need to lead. You know, I'm going to be honest with all of you right now. Wasn't feeling this live tonight. Wasn't feeling this live. In fact, a couple people said, then don't do it. And I'm like, no, you know what? I can't give in to that energy. I can't give in to that energy because I made a promise. And it was important to be on here. It was important to be on here, to stand in community with those beautiful people who are showing up here alive and those beautiful people who will watch the replay. Right? We are rising up in solidarity, my friends. Denise said, I love it. Block the unimaginable situation we are given today and take a break to connect and send loving energy back into the universe to hopefully balance the energy and connect with each other like tonight to strengthen the loving energy. Yes, Denise, I think you summed that up beautifully. Wow, what a beautiful message you have given to all of us. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. You know, tomorrow night I am doing that meditation, the heart-opening meditation for world peace. And even if you can't or you are not available at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to join us via Zoom, if you register, you will receive the replay, and it's totally free. And I am going to continue to do these heart-opening meditations at least once a month, if not more. And I know on one of them that the beautiful Rochelle will be joining me to add Reiki to it, because we've already talked about that even before she joined me last night. You are so welcome, Denise. You are so welcome. So let's remember that we are together in this. Together, 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 we are stronger. We are empowered. Together, we can make our voices heard, and we can be the change we want to see in this world. As I posted earlier today, do not allow the shroud of darkness to extinguish your light. Do not allow the shroud of darkness to extinguish your light. Your light is more important now than it's ever been. And people will see it, and it will make change. It will. I know it will. I feel it here, and I hear it here. This is the side I get my intuitive hits on. So much love for all of you. Hopefully I will see many of you tomorrow night. And I will definitely see you next week. And I will see some of you this weekend. So stay strong, my beloveds. Allow yourself to feel your feelings. Honor your feelings. Yes, as Rochelle says, shine on. Allow yourselves to be seen. Yes. They can't extinguish all of our lights. There's too many of us with it. So I will put these cards in. And I'm going to put them up with my big piece of carnelian. I'm going to put these up in the comments, and I will see you all again soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So much love for all of you. Bye-bye for now.